I do not know, Lawson, if you have already plans in terms of, if you're going to be cooking or if you're just going to be doing the eating and the judging part of things during the breakfast. But, a lot of people.
Christmas breakfast.
Christmas break. A lot of people want to know, okay, if I'm going to receive people, what kind of recipes will I do? Should I do the traditional good old, turkey? That it's often used. In Brazil, people cook turkey. That's kind of the thing for
That's
Christmas.
The thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, is there a better alternative? Is it a more creative, plant-based alternative and healthier alternative than particularly these very fatty and sugar-rich foods on Christmas time? Well, Jeremy Dixon is going to let us know. Jeremy, good morning to you. It's great to have you on the show with us.
Good morning.
So, Jeremy, how's your house like when it comes to Christmas? Do you host people in your home, or do you go to someone's home and you bring something to share, or you just like Lawson and you just do the eating side of things?
Well, normally we go and visit our family in Christchurch, and my wife and my family are in Christchurch. This year we're staying home and having some friends and some other family around. So this will be a rare Christmas where I can host in my own home.
Yes.
But yeah, looking forward to it.
So have you thought about it? Do you have any plans in terms of what are the things that in New Zealand people typically traditionally serve for Christmas? And what do you suggest we do? What are your pro tips as a chef so we can cook something healthy, delicious, plant-based that will leave everybody happy and satisfied?
Yeah, well, there's probably for an hour here on this topic, but I suppose my two main tips for Christmas is firstly it's about the people, not the food. So there's nothing worse than getting stressed out and having this perfect spread and you're kind of grumpy running around and nothing's working out. You're there to enjoy people's company. So that's the first thing. Don't let the food get in the way of the relationships.
Okay.
Someone would rather come around and have good conversations and some good old crust of bread than the opposite. So that's the first thing. Don't get too stressed about it. And my other tip will be just keep it really fresh and simple. And most Christmases I go to, people they throw and rightly so, it's a special time of year, they want to throw their best meat, seafood, poultry, chocolate at the food to kind of, to make it a festive occasion. But often you can it kind of overdoes it. So
yes.
I think what I'd like to do is just have one or two special things, have one really beautiful savoury dish, like a knot turkey or something like that with a beautiful gravy. Have one kind of really elegant, indulgent vegan dessert like a layered cheesecake or something like that. And then just accompany that with lots of colourful, simple, fresh stuff. And I find that works really well. So, for example, for mains, I'm probably going to do like a knot turkey, which is like a tempeh tofu kind of chunks with like a really beautiful cashew gravy.
Yeah. And
that's going to be the kind of the main kind of, quite rich kind of meal. But then I'm going to have some baby carrots with a little bit of a honey glaze, some freshly cooked potatoes, some basic peas, and lots of other little vegetables, a nice fresh salad. So you kind of might have 6 or 7 other kind of accompanying dishes to go with it. They're kind of fresh and light, but kind of complement that very beautiful savoury.
All right. So, for example, you mentioned 6 or 7 dishes. So, baby carrots. You mentioned peas. What about onions? I'm a big onion fan. Can you give onion a special treatment? Like, what do you do to make it simple but nice so that you can eat that with the non-turkey dish that you're suggesting?
I normally chop it up finely and throw it in the curry. But if you want some kind of special onion thing, I've never had a big experience with onions before. I mean, you can buy some nice fermented or pickled onions and things if you're into them. Again, it's quite a strong thing, so I probably wouldn't make it a feature dish unless you're a super onion fan. But yeah, red onions are quite good fresh in a salad. Baked onions are really nice. So you can actually bake them. Mm-hmm. But baked onions is a really nice way to have them, where you basically just a bit of oil and, for example, with your roasted potatoes and your pumpkin and whatever, some roast, just throw a whole lot of small onions. They're very beautiful as well. And also,
those small onions are amazing. Yes.
Yeah, small onions. And also roasted garlic is really nice as well. You kind of have your meal there, and you put your garlic in with your roast vegetables. And then when it comes out, you chop off the end and then you squeeze out this kind of oozy garlic and mix it in with your food. It's quite nice as well.
Yeah, and the nice thing about them is that when they caramelize, they become nice and sweet, don't they?
Yeah, so very slow, very not over. Yeah, long period. It might be about I haven't done lately. It's probably about an hour in the oven, depending on the size of them. So they're great.
Okay. All right. Okay. So basically the winning recipe here is like 1 or 2 savory dishes, 6 or 7 colorful, beautiful plates to go as sides. Potatoes are, I think.
And things like, a nice hummus or a nice gravy or a nice cranberry sauce, all those kind of trimmings as well, a little bowl of cashew nuts. So I'm a big fan of lots of little bowls of things that go in. And again, a lot of them can be very, very easy and simple. You don't need to overcomplicate them or over-flavour them. Just kind of let the joy of all the different flavours do the work. So just perhaps a little bit of oil, a little bit of salt on your vegetables. In most cases, you don't need to overdo them.
Okay. So this is I love the big picture here because in my mind I'm starting to form some amazing images of all this food. Just a quick thing before we get into the recipes, do you have any tips in terms of decoration as well? Like just to think about, like I'm a bit of I have to be honest with you. If I am a very, very, what's the word? I'm very novice when it comes to decorating tables, particularly on Christmas. So what is your suggestion there?
So again, I'm probably a simple guy. Some people like to have lots of very patterned Christmassy things, and that's great. I just like one simple colour. I have quite a lot of range of different coloured bowls and platters and things that kind of make the colour, and just lay them around. You can put a bit of tinsel around the things. You can sprinkle some little kind of reflectory Christmassy things. You can stack all your kind of Christmas crackers through them as well. Even put Christmas lights on your table. And I suppose the big trick when you're serving is, and the hardest thing about cooking and anything is like everything being ready at the right temperature, at the right cookingness at the same time. And that's the big thing that's really hard to do. So really carefully planning, about what time you're serving. And there's some things that you don't want to start too early, like, if your carrots go too limp or your peas and stuff, you want to make sure you're landing things so everything comes out hot at the same time. And probably the biggest trick is probably garnishing. So once you've got everything laid out, have your little bowl of finely chopped parsley or coriander, and just go through and just give a little bit of a green sprinkle over everything, just to kind of make it look and fresh alive, look alive.
Very good. All right. So, Jeremy, what are some of the recipes that you would like to share with our radio listeners this morning?
Oh, sorry, I haven't mentioned desserts as well, if I can just slip that in.
Oh, yes.
So dessert is even more important than mains, of course, for the other stomach that you have. And again, something really rich, like I really love, nice vegan cheesecakes or vegan mousse or something like that. There's some amazing recipes around, and you do a cashew and pear cream. But don't forget all the fresh stuff, like a beautiful a platter with watermelon, melons, grapes, strawberries, blueberries. That probably makes it just as well. So spending a bit extra on that day to get some really beautiful fruit. I find making platters making sliced wedges of things is easier than doing perhaps a fruit salad, and it kind of looks better laid out. And also drinks. You can make some beautiful stuff with sparkling water and some herbal teas. You don't need to add heaps of sweetener with it. Lots of ice, really important when you're serving drinks. Have lots of coldness and ice. So having some really, really drinks. I mean, it's nice to have some sparkling grape juice, but you don't need sucking on that all day. You want to have some beautiful sparkling waters with some little, perhaps some healthy cordials through it. You can do some really nice stuff. I mean, obviously just sprigs of mint or chopped up strawberries in your drink and your little jugs of things is really nice as well. So don't forget the sweet stuff.
Very good, very good. Look, I'm loving it already. And in mentioning the fruits, though, I just noticed that there were 2 fruits that are missing from your list that could not miss from my table, which is cherries and stone fruit. Yes. Your stone fruits as well.
Yep, definitely have those. And generally stay away from things like bananas, apples, and oranges.
Okay.
They don't really usually belong on fruit platters. So you resist the temptation to have some browning bananas and apples on your fruit platter.
Yes. Yeah. What's the problem with the oranges? Is it because they start to become mushy?
They just kind of don't. Well, when you do them with or without the skin, they're just kind of like a lunchbox thing. They kind of just. I mean, if you want to, I'm not going to, slam you over the internet or anything. But I think you want your nicer fruits for that occasion. They just kind of look a bit lunchy. It's like kind of the reason you don't put mixed vegetables in your curries. It just looks like a cheap cafeteria kind of meal. So, I mean, if you've got some beautiful oranges and you can do them, that's fine. But stick with your nice other fruits. They kind of last longer and just nicer.
No, very good. Look, we have about 2.5 minutes still left, and you've given us plenty of really cool ideas what to do. Particularly, I actually really like the idea of having some sparkling water and mixing that up with some herbal teas and making that nice and cold with just a little tiny bit of sweetener. That sounds like an amazing treat to me. I'm wondering, do you have any particular recipe that you would like to share of something that you think could be, perhaps a jack of all trades for that Christmas table?
So I've got to say again, there was some what?
Yeah, one actual recipe with, of something that you think would be a very versatile item to serve.
Probably the one thing I really love at the moment, and we sell well in the cafe, is our party in your mouth pistachio and rose cacao slice.
Okay.
And
wow.
this looks beautiful on the table. It's basically, you do a base. You basically throw in a blender, almonds, cashew nuts, dates, cacao powder, and coconut oil. And you kind of press it into a dish, so you basically have this nice base. Then you have like your chocolate layer, which is like maple syrup, coconut oil, cacao powder, cinnamon powder, salt, and the secret ingredient is rose water. So it has this beautiful rose texture. So you mix it up again, and then you throw it into your second layer. And for the topping, you press, while it's kind of still soft, you press in some pistachio nuts, some cranberries, some goji berries, and some cacao nibs. So you kind of got that really deep purples, reds, and greens happening. And you just put that in the freezer for probably about an hour to set. And then you chop it up as a slice. You can either do like, you can do it as a round thing and do them as kind of wedges. You can do them as kind of slabs or little squares that look really good on the platter. But that's probably one of the most, actually I'll definitely do it at Christmas. It's one of my favourite slices to do. And it's just tasty, looks amazing. And just that when you bite into it, that little bit of rose water kind of essence that comes in is just a put in your mouth.
It's amazing. And from the sounds of it, it's not too complicated to do either.
No, exactly. So page 164 on Cookbook 7. It is a really lovely, it's a really, obviously first time of year, I think it takes a little bit longer, but it's a really easy slice to do and reasonably bulletproof.
Very good. Thank you so much, Jeremy. By the way, if you were interested in some of the things that Jeremy had to share, do know that he has a series of cookbooks called Revive Cafe Cookbooks 1 to 8 or 1 to 9?
1 to 8.
1 to 8. And there's amazing recipes there, recipes that are down to earth, healthy, delicious. The vast majority of them, if not all of them, you can cook in under 30 minutes. So if you like to get that, you can just jump online. And not only they will make for a great recipe for your Christmas party, but they would, I believe, would make for a great Christmas gift as well.